The Mercedes-Benz AMG lineup of automobiles has always exuded a particular charm. Since the company's founding in 1967, AMG has grown to become one of the most well-known automotive performance brands in the world. Whether it be due to the exciting sound, stylish design, or superior performance attributes, the AMG stands for Aufrecht, Melcher, and Großaspach, the company's three founders. Have you ever stopped to think where the AMG magic comes from? What are the procedures that the thrilling AMG engine goes through? Like, subscribe, and fasten your seatbelts as we take a ride through the production of Mercedes-Benz AMG in their factory. A modest group of buildings hidden in the verdant pastures of Aufrecht in rural Germany near Stuttgart conceal eye-opening automotive secrets that are often kept inside the Mercedes family. AMG builds everything from the supercar-defeating SLS-AMG to the C63-AMG, yet it still treats its manufacturing plant extremely personally. "One man, one engine" is the company's catchphrase, which may sound like a marketing gimmick, but actually describes how AMG goes about hand-building engines. This is handcrafted because it is seen as an essential component of any car. The whole design team for these engines consists of just one person. Since 2004, every AMG engine leaving the opulent plant facilities bears the engineer's autograph. 64 engineers are currently employed, including 7 female engineers have been employed to build the high-performance motors at AMG throughout the 2 shifts, and each one produces roughly 4 to 5 AMG engines daily. The mechanics are essentially free to arrive and start working whenever they want. However, they are expected to produce an average of about 3 engines per day. There are no set work shifts. They also don't delegate duty, so one mechanic is in charge of building and testing a single engine from start to finish. This will guarantee the greatest level of craftsmanship and give the technician a sense of ownership. Every AMG mechanic who joins the firm has completed their apprenticeship and has at least 3.5 years of experience. Before they are allowed to even come close to an AMG engine, they must first go through 2 months of rigorous training and a demanding final exam. The engine complex is split into 2 floors, with mechanics working on the lower floor to maintain V8 engines and more senior workers upstairs hand-building V12s. The engine facility seems quite tidy from the outside. Nothing on the ground suggests this is an automotive manufacturing, and the efficiency is very German. The engine blocks travel a predetermined path across the floor, weaving among a variety of tools and neatly arranged nuts, bolts, and engine components that have been laid out with the usual intensity and accuracy. Each bolt's torque is electronically measured, and parts are scanned and tracked. The workers each look as though they could step into a dentist's office and perform a root canal without scrubbing in. Before being physically fitted, each engine component is marked and examined. AMG maintains these records for at least 30 years and is able to link virtually every component of any engine to a particular vehicle. The construction of V8 engines takes about 2.5 to 3 hours, while V12 engines require about 4.5 hours. The normal assembly process in Aufrecht is one engineer driving a wheeled stand, to which the engine is bolted, around the site while retrieving the required components from nearby bins and returning to attach everything in accordance with a very specific process. AMG's new process simplifies that even further by reducing the process down to 2 main components, the trolley and the shopping cart. Doesn't sound very impressive, right? But wait and watch. The action takes place on the trolley. The tools and supplies required to create the engine are on this cart, which the engine bolts to. It relies on an internal power source and lacks any internal wires. The trolley's integrated tablet can monitor the entire procedure to make sure the engineer follows the right steps in the right order. Even the tools have been updated with modern technology. Everything is now wireless, as opposed to the previous method, which involved a rat's nest of tools dangling from overhead power lines. A simple driver, for instance, can pinpoint its precise location on the engine and adjust the torque to the component it's fastening. The tools themselves are also more capable. It's done with the use of an incredibly precise indoor GPS system. The shopping cart is the term for the second half of the equation. The shopping cart, so termed since its purpose is to hold the vital parts necessary for putting everything together, is still used to assemble non-M139 AMG engines, but the M139 shopping cart has been turned up to 11. Every part from start to finish is already loaded into the cart, so this new shopping cart doesn't require any additional trips to parts bins during the assembly process. According to AMG, this can save up to 15 minutes of walking per employee per shift. The shopping cart attaches to a robotic conveyance device that resembles an electric boogie board. It will autonomously follow the trolley from station to station, and when its task is finished, it will leave the cart behind to be restocked and head back to a depot to recharge before moving on to the next assignment. The transporters glide quietly along the factory floor, stopping for the occasional errant journalist standing in its way before shuffling off to the next task. Since AMG is all about performance inspired by motorsport, the area's design has a little bit of humor. The facility's boundaries have been painted with red and white stripes to mimic a racetrack, and the shopping carts have smart little sayings like "Start your engine" on them. It's a whole new approach to engine development, unlike anything we can think of coming from another car maker. Each and every AMG engine is helium tested and cold tested to look for leaks. 1 out of every 20 engines is hot tested, and the entire batch for the day is hot tested if there is even the slightest anomaly. Even after all these adjustments, the engine's reliability is tested by operating it at or near its red line for 48 hours. As part of the company's Meet Your Mechanic effort, AMG mechanics whose names are on every engine they produce have the chance to interact with AMG owners. In fact, even Australian AMG owners had traveled to the site to meet the person in charge of their engine. In a way, it's astonishing that this entire manufacturing process has stayed so financially feasible, given how far off it is from contemporary ideas of mass production. AMG has established a performance studio right next to its main facility to handle any customization requests from Mercedes-Benz as well as for AMG clients. Even the stitching thread for one's car seats can be requested here, let alone body pieces, personalized wheels, and upholstery. Every AMG car undergoes meticulous polishing, which extends to the vehicle's acoustics. AMG has even hired sound engineers specifically for this purpose who listen to the sound of the exhaust pipes and then tweak them so that they will be music for both people inside and those outside gawking at the AMG automobiles. It should be noted that any aftermarket modifications to a Mercedes vehicle simply violate the warranty. However, if the vehicle is tuned by AMG, the warranty is still valid. AMG produces its own cars and is more than just a factory for tuners. They created it entirely on their own, with only a small amount of assistance from parent firm Mercedes-Benz. AMG had to go above and beyond to convince Mercedes-Benz that they could construct their own cars in order to secure this assignment. Mercedes ordered them to create the SL63 Black and SL65 Black as 2 prototypes for this. AMG passed these tests with flying colors, and as a result, they were given the green light to build the now famous SLS-AMG. Standing ovation for AMG's improbable but successful attempt with the gull-winged SLS-AMG. The business mass produces 4 engines, if you can call building engines by hand mass production. The factory unit has recently been increased due to the production of a new 5.5-liter dual-turbo engine. Additionally, a testing facility has been added with a dyno. The M157 5.5-liter bi-turbo V8 has recently replaced numerous earlier AMG models, including the M152 5.5-liter normally aspirated V8 that powers the SLK 55 AMG and the M156 6.2-liter V8 that the firm is currently best known for powering the C63 AMG. The 6-liter V12 bi-turbo is the engine of choice for AMG cars ending in 65, such as the SL65 and G65. A 2-liter turbocharged engine for the A45 AMG will be added to the roster, but because of the anticipated high demand, it is being constructed off-site by mechanics with AMG training. AMG also produces a 7.3-liter V12 on occasion, which it uses to power the Pagani Zonda and the now extinct SL73 AMG. AMG gear is installed in nearly 300,000 Mercedes-Benz vehicles annually, even though 20,000 sales are scarcely a significant figure for an automaker. The halo effect that AMG has on the entire Mercedes-Benz brand is quite beneficial, whether it be with regard to the wheels, sports kit, or interior decor. Now you can unbuckle your seatbelts as our ride has come to an end. But before you get out, let me ask you a confusing question. Which is your favorite motorsport brand, the Mercedes-AMG or the BMW M Series? Let us know in the comments why you think your choice is better than the other.